That'll be a lot more precise.
We're live.
All right,
You're
everyone.
back.
Yeah, everyone. Welcome to the season premiere of season 2 of the Top Down Perspective. We finally finished season 1 last week. Paul,
Season
thank you.
season one has been like 10 years.
I'm sure you brought us out with a bang for that season finale. Is that
Oh,
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? How I ended the last show was like I was basically like I don't have like any questions, so you guys in the chat can just start asking. Then there's just like a bunch of random shit that I was trying to answer as fast as I could, basically. So there you go. That's how that ended.
There you go. Well, that was the season finale.
Yeah.
So season 1, it's a nice package. I feel like it came full circle in the end. I feel like, and
Yep.
like good start to finish, good parable. Like it was a great time. So that's done. Season 2, it's gonna be way different. We're gonna
Yeah.
mix things up.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about video games for one.
I'm talking like cooler tricks and like more death-defying stunts. That's what the audience has been asking for.
Sure. And
Yeah.
also, like, okay, let's just start off with, like, the first segment. So where have you been eating this week? What type of foods have you been
A lot of chicken.
top
Actually,
top chef
actually,
perspective?
top chef. Actually, I got something. So at work today, they had scheduled me to do a recording during lunch. And usually when there's like a meeting or something where the work's like, we need you to work during lunch, they order you lunch.
Of course, yeah.
And they did. They did. They put in the order around, I want to say 12:31-ish. Probably
Okay.
closer to 1. Probably closer to 1.
Okay.
Um, so when I was done, I had to leave the office for a bit, and I come back, and I'm assuming, oh, my sandwich will be like at my desk. They'll leave it for me there. And it
Sure.
wasn't much of an issue because I brought my own lunch, but I'm not going to say no to a second lunch
No,
for
of
free.
course not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go and come back, no sandwich on my desk. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm checking my email, and the person who ordered it was like, hey guys, I had to take off early. I'm feeling sick, but I put in the order, so the receptionist will get it. However, they said they can't deliver it until 3:30.
Okay.
So our lunch order
Yeah.
took like 2.5+ hours.
What's the point of it
I
then?
know. Like, well, I was like, I mean, it's not a big deal to me. I already had a first lunch, but I feel bad for the people
Yeah.
who
Who were banking on that lunch?
were exactly waiting
Yeah.
for that lunch. But also, what kind of lunch delivery place says, "All right, cool, thank you. We will see you at 3:30." It's like, what? What are you talking about? I'll see you at 3:30. How about go fuck yourself?
Is there no place down the street you guys could have just like walked over for lunch and like somebody with a company credit card throw it on?
They totally could have. Again, I'm not the one that ordered this. So I don't know. But yeah, I guess she just wanted something easy, quick and easy, and then she had to take off. So she's like, I can't really deal with this. I'm sick and have to go home. Either way, that sandwich did show up, and it was delicious. Turkey pesto had a bunch of peppers in it. It was a good sandwich.
Perfect.
What about you? Where have you been eating this week?
Oh, like where haven't I been eating is more the question.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I mean in all seriousness, I've just been eating whatever we have at home here. Tonight though was like scalloped potatoes in like a
Oh, man.
sauce with some cheese like baked on top. It was
That-
fucking delicious.
I'm not a huge potato guy.
I'm
They're
not
fine.
either, really.
I
Yeah.
just tend to not eat them. Like
Yeah.
if fries come with the burger, I'm gonna pick the salad. I'm not like I don't eat that much fried stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're like, and I also don't like mashed potatoes that much. Just a texture thing. I don't got time for this.
What if it was like kind of the lumpy potatoes that aren't just kind of mush?
I mean, yeah.
If there's some good gravy or something you can mix it with, maybe.
I'm not. Maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, you asked me, Sean, what's your favorite way to have potatoes? It is scalloped potatoes,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
Like, don't even get me started.
It's the perfect texture and a great taste.
It's so good. And
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty like I'm thinking of like the one from Safeway. It's in that like yellow and red box, and yeah, the cheese one. I'm a big fan of like the onion cream one too. But I think I know exactly the one you're talking about, and it is so good. You put that with like my mom cooks that with like a stuffed chicken often when I come home.
Yeah.
And it is like, yeah, mom. Bring in the heat.
Mom bringing the heat.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so that was delicious. I actually had that 2 minutes before coming down. I scarfed it down on the way down the stairs.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I would
So
normally I would say, don't rush that. Like it's so good, but no, we gotta do the show.
that's exactly it.
We gotta do
Yeah.
the show. Speaking of doing the show, hey, top down perspective for October 22nd.
Yep.
Next week is Halloween. What are you doing for Halloween?
I think I'm running a Call of Cthulhu campaign session with some people.
Like D&D?
Yeah, well,
Cool.
yeah, but Call of Cthulhu has like different rule sets and stuff, but it's a pen and paper RPG.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I'll have like a Halloween party. Are you dressing up? Do you have a costume?
I don't have a costume. I didn't really think about it this year at all.
I'm using my last year costume just because it still works.
What is it?
Which was Peter Pan.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do that one again. I'll probably think of something different for next year, but I was just like, this one was a good costume. I'll just rock it again. Like those tights didn't look that bad.
Are you doing a couples thing, like with your girlfriend for Halloween?
No, not that I know of. I don't know if she has any plans at the moment for a costume. I'm sure she wants one, but she's just gonna last minute it.
Yeah.
We did see. I shouldn't say we. I did see a couple's version of a Peter Pan one, where one was Peter Pan and the other one was Peter Pan's shadow, and they just wore a black morph suit, which I thought was pretty funny. And
That's
easy
pretty
to
good.
do. Yeah. But no, I doubt she's doing a couple's thing with me. So we'll see what she ends up picking. Last year she was Misty from Pokemon,
Okay.
so that was cool.
Yeah.
She had a little Squirtle stuffed animal, I think.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You Squirtle starter. Gross.
I mean, it's not the best one. You want to go. You want to like. I started with Bulbasaur and then Charmander.
Charmander is the one to go with.
I'm pretty sure it's actually the best one, Charmander. Yeah.
Yeah, he's too good.
But yeah, so Sean's here, Paul's here.
Yeah.
John is. I don't even know where John is right now. Do you know where John is?
John right now is back in Calgary for one night. Or he
What?
left again.
Why isn't he on this show? What is he doing?
No, wait. I think he left again. He's going to Emil's house to do more Runaway Guys recording. That might have been yesterday or today that he left.
Are you sure he went back to Calgary? That seems like you're an extra plane trip for nothing.
Oh, you're
Like, why-
right. No,
Like,
you're
why Would you
right.
do that? Why would you do that?
Yeah, no, he totally probably did just go from Portland down to Georgia.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
must be
That makes way more sense because you're already like an hour into the States. You might as well keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John's still flying around the States, and
Yep.
who knows when he'll be back. He'll be back sometime though, I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah. I'm sure he's playing plenty of not current video games. He's probably rocking the NES and
Sure.
probably some Mario Maker, knowing him. I bet he's playing a lot of handheld stuff though. I would hope he's at least doing that at least. But
Yeah.
enough about John. That guy is not even on this episode.
Yeah, fuck
Paul,
that guy.
what have you been playing?
Oh my god. Life is Strange. I've played so much of it. I did a
Really?
stream for 9 hours of all 4 episodes on Saturday and then played it when it came out on Tuesday. No, Monday night, because it came out at like midnight Tuesday for like the Europeans. So we got it here at like 4 o'clock, but I was at work, so I played it when I got home Monday night.
I did see an awful lot of people talking about it early on Tuesday, and I was like, did everyone just like jump on this as soon as they woke up? But I didn't know it went early.
Yeah.
I've also played episode 5. We're not going to get into much discussion on that though.
Can we
we're
tease what our opinions are of it? Because I think we're on polar opposites. Because I hate it.
You didn't like the ending?
I hate that episode.
I thought it was fine and fitting.
Okay, we will talk about it more at length, but
Yeah, so we're doing like a spoiler cast, big discussion, I believe tomorrow evening.
yeah, so the idea was, like, I did the first 4 episodes, and then with this coming out, they, like, released each day on, like, my YouTube or whatever, if anybody wanted to catch up. This Friday, I'll be streaming episode 5, and the way I've been doing it is I've been taking the answers from chat, like, they've been choosing the answers, which has been interesting. So we're doing that Friday, and then immediately after that, we're going to talk some spoiler nonsense and stuff, because by then, nobody has an excuse anymore. Every single person has had opportunity to watch or play up to it.
How how different is this playthrough than yours?
It's surprisingly close,
Oh,
except
okay.
for like two major points.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, don't say them. I don't want anyone to get spoiled.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. So we're gonna take the audio and stuff from that and
yeah,
throw it on our, the top down respective channels or whatever.
yeah,
So if you're subscribed to this podcast, it should pop up there,
absolutely.
or so you'll get that too.
Yeah,
But yeah, we've been talking about wanting to do a spoiler cast for a while. We've been just waiting for the episodes to come out.
yes, yeah, and they're
I'm
out.
cur I'm curious why you didn't like it. Again, I really thought it was fitting. Um,
Maybe that's why I didn't like it, is because I agree it was fitting, and I was kind of hoping for something out there, maybe.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't feel like it was cheap in any way though, but again, I don't want to get too into.
sure.
One thing I do want to say though,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I've said this for like every episode of Life is Strange, the title cards are always so good,
Yeah.
and the one for episode 5 is just like horrible. Like I mean, like it's good, but it's like terrifying. Like
I'm trying to remember what it was now. And you can't even tell
I'm
me.
gonna I'm gonna quickly type it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So while he's typing that, yeah, that'll be a thing. We'll talk some spoilers about Life is Strange. You'll get to see episode 5 if you haven't already before that. And
Almost done.
I have opinions on that episode.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay, let's open this up. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, okay.
when you see that title card, you're like, "Oh man, episode 5, you are just not messing around." Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, great title cards, fantastic title cards. I re- I really enjoyed that season. I need to go play Remember Me. I just need to play more of Don't Nod Entertainment's games. That's the takeaway.
I mean, like, regardless, and I'll probably say this again tomorrow, regardless of my opinions of how episode 5 turns out or like what I was expecting and whatnot, that whole series, like the journey going through those, has been some of the best gaming memories I'll probably have.
I
So
don't know if I'd go like that
the
far. I mean,
writing
like I
is
really
so
liked it, but
good.
I'm curious.
There's one
You're
specific part that like blew me away, and I will sing its praises forever. And
so
I
were
can't
you
talk about it.
don't mention it yet. Were you a big fan of season 1 of The Walking Dead from Telltale?
I was up to a point, and then it felt like they were starting to rush through things because it was like, this has to obviously end at some point.
Okay. I guess because I was a huge fan of that. I think it was my game of the year that year.
Yeah.
Like it, where would you kind of rank this on like the episodic games or adventure games of the last, 2 or 3 years?
It's easily the highest
Is it the
for me.
highest for you? Okay.
Easily.
Okay. It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's definitely up there. So, okay. That's enough about Life is Strange for now. Again, people want to tune in. We're going to be talking live Friday the 23rd.
Yep.
Otherwise, just stay tuned to the RSS feeds and this will get put up there.
Yeah.
But if you haven't played the games, don't listen to it because
Yeah.
we're just going to spoil the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Right away.
so
Yeah.
like I might just ask like the final decision as the first question to start our conversation off. So,
Yeah.
okay, what else do you play?
So I've been playing Warhammer End Times Vermintide. I have to ask you a question. Do you like Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, quite a bit. I liked Left 4
This
Dead.
is Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's that exact same formula with the replayability in this is a bit higher though, because at the end of each mission you get dice or whatever and you're able to get loot, and like there's a character progression sort of thing, like you can level your characters up and get better loot for them and so on and so forth.
So like closer to Evolve.
It's closer to that, yeah, but it's still a little bit more in the chance range, because like there are things that you can do to make it like a little bit more or less in your favor. Like there's a thing called the Grimoire you can pick up, and if you pick it up, it's kind of like a skull in Halo, where it takes away like 25% of your HP for the whole party, but like
Okay.
and takes up a slot that you could put in a potion in, like when you're playing. But
Wait, why would you want that?
because at the end it gives you like this dice that has a really high chance of getting you
Oh,
something
okay.
good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so there's like a risk reward sort of thing going on in there. There's things you can find on that make that go up. You can just literally find dice like hidden in the level if you're looking around enough, and that like I'll talk about why this is actually worth talking about though. It's that a lot of this game is done with a melee focus, like a first person melee. There's some classes and guns and stuff that do range, but the melee feels so fucking good. It's very responsive. It feels really nice to just like bash things in the head.
What are you fighting?
You're fighting Skaven, which are like ratmen, like
Okay.
rat people.
Okay. It's just monsters.
Yeah, I mean they're Skaven for like people that care about the Warhammer thing. They'll know what it is right away. But
Yeah.
it is so addictive. And
All right.
I had to pull myself away from it because it's one of those games that if you have 3 people to play with, like you're probably going to play for a long time. There's the carrot on the stick thing of getting loot. There's the feeling of progression by leveling your character up. And like there's the whole co-op thing where just playing games with friends is fun. I will say from what I've heard from people I've been playing with though, the single player AI is absolutely terrible. So this is very much right now meant to be played with people for the full effect. And I mean, yeah, there's 2 of them that I've been playing with right there, Otto and Chuker in the chat. And apparently the Grimoire dice has an always success. So it guarantees a success of some sort to give you a better chance for better
successful roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a new thing out for it, like a new map. Right now it's kind of in not an early access necessarily thing. Like it's not out as of yet. I think it comes out tomorrow. But if you like pre-bought it or whatever, you got in a week early, like you had an early access sort of thing. And with like 3 maps and 4 characters or whatever. I think they'll probably be adding more characters and classes later. And yeah, we just kind of went through each map once and then turned it off for the night. That was kind of like the thing we did. And I'm excited to get back in and do more stuff. There's not a whole lot in there right now, but if they add community support, that would be huge. That would be great. As it is right now, everything that's supposed to works pretty well, like really nice. And I recommend it, I guess. Like it's the caveat of how much do you care about like high fantasy type setting or whatever, and how much did you like Left 4 Dead?
Seems like the big caveat is like, do you have a group of friends to play this with?
As of right now, for sure. Like, do you have a group of friends, and how much did you like Left 4 Dead? Because if it's like, well, I have people I could play it with, and I really love Left 4 Dead, you should just get this.
Right. Because like when I was like reviewing Evolve, and I had it before it came out, that wasn't like a great time.
No.
A lot of the time. Like, you know, that game's fun enough, but it was just like, I'm not chatting with anyone. Like, we're not being strategic here.
Yeah, you're just kind of all running around like idiots or something and dying.
It's just not a ton of people had the game, so it was like I rarely even got to play with humans.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I recommend it. It's good.
Okay.
And as I was saying last week, I picked up and started playing Soma, and that game is a stress machine, and like it's a horror game made by the people that did Amnesia. Right. And I wasn't looking forward to it for that very reason, to be completely honest, because I don't need enough.
Chinese Room, is that the developer's name?
No, the Chinese Room are the people that do the pretentious walking simulators.
Oh, they did Dear Esther. Sorry, they worked on Amnesia 2, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I was getting mixed up. I don't remember the Amnesia developer's name then.
I can't right now either, actually, and it's going to probably drive me nuts. I'm sure somebody will say it in the chat.
I'll look it up.
But I don't like to do horror games much anymore. Like, I'll watch horror movies fine because you're just kind of a viewer. I don't like being put in stressful situations when I'm supposed to be enjoying a hobby. Like, life is too shitty. I don't need any more like stress to be added to my brain. So I've kind of not done horror games for a while. And people said like, no, this is actually really good. You have to try it. There's only a few parts with like cheap jump scares and like some stressful situations. So I was like, okay, fine.
Frictional games.
Frictional, that's right. And it is really fucking good. The storytelling in that game is absolutely phenomenal. There's some amazing shit going on in there. Except the problem I had last week is I stopped playing it because we got to a part with like a phobia of mine that gets exploited, and I couldn't just physically bring myself to play it. So I actually watched a Let's Play of the last hour of the game because I wouldn't go through it myself. And
Okay.
it kind of ends the way I was thinking it was going to end. A lot of the story beats happened before that, which I'm happy that I got to experience that part firsthand. I just kind of wanted to see how it played out.
But good writing then?
The writing is absolutely phenomenal. There's some
Cool.
really heady shit in there. Like, I don't know, stuff about morality and if like you're a machine with a human brain, do you have a soul? Like, there's some really weird fucking philosophical questions and things that get touched upon in there, but I really enjoyed it. It is very much like
Never has the robot human relationship been so poignant since Binary Domain.
or or read only memories or whatever. The other game I've been playing. Well, not
Right.
this
I,
week,
I
but
haven't played that game, so I couldn't use that as the reference.
sure. You should
I
play
just
that game.
I
There's a
should.
lot of San Francisco things in there.
Okay.
Well, you're the
Sure.
San Francisco guy now. You're TDP San Francisco guy.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Always talking about Full House.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know me.
Yeah, anyways, the ending of Soma's good, and
Cool.
I do recommend people try that out, whether it's by watching somebody else play it or playing it yourself. It's really good.
All right.
That's it for me. What have you been playing?
I've been playing a whole bunch.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been playing Rock Band 4 a lot, and
Yeah.
more so a bit more so last week, but I wasn't here, so sorry for my voice. I'm still sick. Rock Band 4 is a lot of fun, and like I said originally, it's basically more Rock Band. You kind of know exactly what you're getting out of that. I found this cool little exploit. I don't know how to say it. So right now, if you want to download songs, they're $2.
Yeah.
$2 American, I guess I should say, because
Unless you call the Sony people or whatever and get them to unlock your account, right? Like for the
no,
older
I'm
stuff.
I'm talking like just like the from the store, from the downloadable content.
Oh, okay.
If you want to
Yeah,
buy
sure.
new songs, they're $2 American.
Sure.
And then so what I was looking is I was trying to figure out like how do I get my Rock Band Blitz songs into this, because those came live last week, so now you can do Rock Band Blitz. So I loaded up my 360, went into the game, and I was looking at the songs there, because one of the issues right now with Rock Band 4 is it doesn't tell you if you own the song already. You have to click on it.
I heard this.
And then instead of being able to purchase it, it'll then tell you can install it. But before that, it'll just have a price tag on it.
That's so
So
weird.
yeah, it's not the best. So I was going into the store through Rock Band Blitz because that one would tell me which songs are already in my library, and then I could go back to my Xbox One and go to the song specifically, because I can't remember all the songs right away. It's been like 5 years since I played Rock Band. That's not true. Rock Band Blitz came out, what, 2012? So it's been 3 years or whatever. Anyway,
Oh, wow. 3 years already.
so then I found out, oh, hey, Rock Band Blitz, a lot of the downloadable songs here are on sale for $1. And in fact, because of my 360, like the account is Canadian. Like I have a Canadian credit card hooked up to that.
Oh, okay.
So they're $1 Canadian, but those songs for the most part transfer to Rock Band 4. And in fact, a lot of the songs that are $2 through the Rock Band 4 store are $1 on sale in the Rock Band Blitz store. but you
Oh,
can download them in Rock Band Blitz,
yeah.
which will unlock on your account, and then just unlock them in the store for Rock Band 4 for no extra cost.
Okay.
And because I'm in the States, where my dollar is actually better than the Canadian one,
Yeah.
it's more like that song is now 70 cents as opposed to $2. So I was like, well, I know this sale's coming to an end soon. They said that on their website. I don't know when it's ending,
Hmm.
but I guess once they kind of finished with Rock Band, they were just like, well, let's put everything on sale. So eventually that's going to stop. So I just downloaded like a shit ton of songs because why not?
Yeah.
They're not going to be this cheap again for a long time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I don't know, and it works. Like it totally works. And I would suspect like most people don't have access to two different country credit cards like I do. But even if you were like just the States or just Canada, you could still go back to one of the older songs and load up that store and still get them for $1. You know, that's still half price.
Yeah.
So like jump on that, people. Like how
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't no one's posting about this online. Like I found this myself. And I mean, I haven't yeah, like it's totally valid and it totally works. So
You should post that on Reddit or something, on the subreddit. I'm sure people would eat that up. But then they might patch it if you
yeah, that
do.
was kind of my thing. So
Yeah.
I kind of just messaged a couple of friends who I knew were interested in Rock Band 4. Here's the thing though. If you're planning to ever get Rock Band 4, pick up some songs because
Yeah.
eventually they'll unlock in there.
Sure.
Um hopefully eventually they'll unlock. Right now I was kind of making sure these songs were already in Rock Band 4 because I don't want to buy them and then find out later, no, actually we're not putting them in Rock Band 4 because then I'm literally never going to play that song.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I'm not putting Rock Band 2 in anymore. So um so I was making sure the songs I was picking up were already in 4. But anyway, and even the songs that weren't on sale that are still $2 in Rock Band Blitz, that's still $2 Canadian as opposed to buying them for $2 American.
Yeah.
So like if I'm buying any song, I'm buying them in Rock Band Blitz and then just unlocking them in Rock Band 4. And like believe me, it's a bit of a hassle because you have to like tell the Rock Band 4 account that yes, you did buy this, and then you got to install it to that hard drive. So you basically got to install it twice
Yeah.
to two different hard drives. But like, who really cares? Like you're saving money, so why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that and picked up a bunch of songs, which that was fun. Um, and yeah, I guess I don't have much more to say about Rock Band 4. I've slowed down playing through the campaign because I just want to wait for for more of my songs to be patched in because I feel like the campaign will just get better if I have more songs as
Sure.
opposed to playing a lot of the songs I do have multiple times. And Harmonix is giving updates, you know, I'd say on like a weekly basis of what they're doing for the export process, and it doesn't look good at the moment. Like they're working on getting Rock Band 3 right now, which I guess Rock Band 3's export is coming December 8th now. It's going to be $15, which is more than the last ones. And the other ones for Rock Band 1 and 2, I guess you're just not going to be able to do anymore. So if you did export them to your hard drive, you're cool. But if you didn't, and I didn't,
Yeah.
I just might not get those songs anymore, which would really suck.
Wow.
And I guess the reason is because like the option to purchase that export on the store, like that license ran out.
Yeah.
So it's just a huge licensing thing, which is awful. That's why I'm kind of slowing down on Rock Band 4 because I kind of want things to smooth themselves out
Sure.
over the next few months. Because you know, Rock Band 4 apparently is going to be lasting us a long time. So, you know, I kind of want it to, I don't want to burn through it.
Sure. What's your band name in Rock Band for like career mode?
In Rock Band 4, it is Slippery Cat.
Okay.
So I
Nice.
thought that, yeah. So I thought that was all right. Slippery Cat.
Our band name is always Unicorn Sushi.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
My old one used to be, and it was I had a friend who had this name.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I kept it. I thought it was just funny. So his name was Dilpreet.
Okay.
So my band name in Rock Band 1 through 3 was the Dilpreet Connection.
Okay. So that's such an inside joke. Okay.
Yeah, it's just weird. But Dilpreet, that's just kind of that's a name.
That's
You don't
a great
hear that
name.
too often.
That's a great name.
Um, But I haven't talked to that guy in a while, so the Rock Band 4, it's Slippery Cat.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, anyway. But speaking of rhythm games, let's move on to this week's hotness. I
Yeah.
picked up Guitar Hero Live.
Nice.
Um, and Guitar Hero Live is really interesting. First off, like the guitar alone, like we were talking a couple weeks ago if we prefer Guitar Hero or Rock Band guitars.
Sure. Even though they were ostensibly the exact same thing back then. One is a button and like the other one, the whole button was a fret.
Right.
Yeah.
And but we were talking about like the strum bar being different,
Yeah.
and they're still different. Like the Guitar Hero Live guitar, it has that click and it's longer, and it has that click in there.
Okay.
Um and I like the click, but I've come to realize I don't like the noise of the click. It's odd.
It's the
And
tactile feel and not the actual sound.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because the sound, it's a loud sound and it doesn't
Yeah.
sound great. And sometimes I don't want to have my speakers up super loud because I have a roommate, I have neighbors and stuff. I feel bad enough just playing drums when I'm on the second floor of an apartment.
I was
I'm
gonna
always
ask you, how is that going? Because I never played drums in like a situation where people would be below me.
right, and I used to like any other time I have played drums, I was always in a basement
Yeah.
or I was in dorm rooms where everyone's loud, so whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so I haven't played a ton of drums just because usually when I'm going for Rock Band I don't want to set everything up, and I don't have the drums like disassembled, but it's just kind of like bringing them out, getting a chair, and then having to drum along. Sometimes you get a bit sweaty because you're moving so much. Sometimes when I want to play Rock Band I just have like a few minutes before work, I just grab the guitar, sit down, jam out a song or two.
Yeah.
But so far it's been fine. I'm just kind of waiting for the time where, like, I'm having a Rock Band party tomorrow,
Yeah.
and people are probably going to get loud, and it's going to be like, all right, let's see how much my downstairs neighbor can take, which I know is just like an old Chinese dude.
Okay.
So who
Have you talked
knows?
to him ever?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
That makes it worse. I actually no. That makes it better in a way because I had like downstairs neighbors before. Like I wasn't playing Rock Band during the time that I talked to, and I felt like they were more forthcoming with what their fucking like what bug crawled up their ass that day because they like knew me, as opposed to like my last place I lived. I had like old Chinese neighbors as well below, and they never bothered me at all. They wouldn't dare confront me.
oh, so you're saying it's better if you don't talk to them?
It's better if you don't talk to them because if they get comfortable with you, they'll just like say everything that's pissed them off that you've done.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. I might just tell my friends like, "Hey, don't like slam on that thing," because I do have neighbors below me, and
And they're loud as it is without slamming on it. Like that thing
yeah,
is loud.
exactly. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so we were talking about the strum bar. I feel like I almost want like a combination of the two guitars because I want the tactile feel of I did a click,
Yeah.
but I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. That would
Um,
be really
and
nice.
as I go on, you're gonna find out that when it comes to Rock Band 4 Guitar Hero Live, I almost wish there was a combination because there's things I like about both of them.
Yeah.
They do things better, they do different things better. But anyways, Guitar Hero Live, what's the big feature? Live action video and music videos.
Is that weird at all?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is weird for a number of reasons. First one and most significant is I'm not looking at anything but the fret bar and the notes coming at me.
Yeah, so why bother putting any money and time into making it a full action thing?
Exactly. Like, I mean, like I kind of like the music videos, and for a number of reasons. For one, it genuinely, like, they've really just stolen the aesthetic of like old MTV having
Okay.
just music videos going on. Like, so the way it works is there's two modes in Guitar Hero Live. There's live and there's TV.
Okay.
So live is the stuff they made where they have the full motion video, they strapped a camera to some dude walking around stage, and they got a crowd to cheer them on.
Sure.
And what they'll do is the way they set up the playlists in the career mode is they have all these fake bands that have fake band names, and then they'll give you like 3 or 4 songs that match the band that you got. So let's say the band is called the Screamers
Okay.
and it's an all-girl band. They're going to give you three songs that are like rock or metal with a female singer
Okay.
because this band has, it's an all-girl band.
Sure.
But if they give you a song or a band that has like a keyboardist in it, they're going to try and give you three songs that have keyboard. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um so the live action, and like it's like crazy to my head. Like I'm trying to figure out how they're doing all this. But from what I understand, like they're actually playing the songs. At least they're singing or they're lip syncing them for sure. The specific song that you're playing.
Sure.
And the crowd sings along and you can see their lips too. So they literally told everyone, okay, guys, now we're doing this song by Katy Perry. And everyone is singing it and playing it. And then they're recording that specific song and giving it to you. It's not just like we have a bunch of stock footage and we're playing this stock footage during this song. It's tailor made to that song.
Yeah, no, like it's a huge effort curve they went through for this idea.
Which which that makes sense because there's not that many songs on disc, and all the big song, all like the rest of the songs come
Yeah.
in the Guitar Hero TV section. Like Guitar Hero Live, I think it only has like 40 something songs in it, but Guitar Hero TV has like 200 you can play. And I'm
Okay.
not talking about downloadable content. Like if I want to play any of these songs, I have access to like 250 songs or something like that. I'm getting the numbers off, but it's something huge for Guitar Hero TV.
Yeah.
And Guitar Hero TV would obviously be a lot easier to do. Like I'm sure the licensing is a nightmare as well because now you have to get video content. But
Yeah.
at least you're not having to get a fake band to fake play this song and have a fake crowd fake play that song for you and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Or
Like,
fake cheer for you. But and it's funny because you'll look out in the crowd and they'll have posters and all the posters are just super generic, right?
yeah.
Because it has to be partnered with like whatever. So
Yeah.
it'll just be like, you're my favorite.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
Yeah.
Um, and stuff like that. But it's cool. I almost get like kind of early 3D movie effect of things jumping out of the screen just to be like, hey guys, this is a 3D movie.
Yeah.
And I get a same kind of feeling because as I'm the guitarist, people are just getting in my face. And it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, I guess, yeah, sometimes I'll see like both the guitarists go like face to face while they're playing, but it's like if one person's not in my face, another member of the band is in my face.
That's
Like
weird.
they're just constantly like, hey guys, we all agreed that the guitarist is our favorite band member. We're just gonna keep doing stuff with him.
Yeah.
I guess it's because that's the player, so they gotta keep constantly doing stuff to you, and the guitarist will like turn to look at the crowd and stuff too. It's not all the time, but
Yeah.
it's just like the guitarist gets a lot of attention from the other band members because that's the player, so they need to put something in your face, I guess.
It's kind of ironic too because like the guitar player for some bands are usually the ones that outshine everybody else. And then like
Sure.
I'm sure that causes contempt in the band for the guitar player specifically.
Maybe. Um, and so when you start like doing bad, like you can't. I don't think you can fail. I'm not sure. I haven't. I
You
haven't
haven't
done
failed?
that. I haven't done that bad yet.
What do you play on? What
So
setting?
there's. Oh, hang on. I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay.
But when you start to fail, the screen very noticeably crossfades to like a different piece of footage
Okay.
where like the crowd is booing you or the drummer is like shaking her head at you and stuff like that, or the lead singer's going like, what are you doing, what are you doing? um but if you like, so I had an instance of like, because the switch is jarring, like the drummer was, I guess I was getting in the drummer's face because the drummer's not moving, but the drummer was in my face and she was like drumming and just shaking her head. But then I went back to the chorus where it gets a bit easier and I got it. And I immediately, and the thing immediately crossfades to the drummer just having a great time and smiling at me again. It was like, a second ago you were giving me like the death stare, and now it's like, okay.
That's actually
like,
hilarious.
it's super gamey, that aspect of it. But anyway, difficulty. There's 5 difficulties. I'm playing on the middle one, which is regular, I believe. And I've also been kicking it up a little bit to advanced a few times. But I'm like right in the middle because advanced is just a bit too much for me, and regular is like too easy.
What did you play
And
the other Guitar Heroes at?
so Guitar Hero and Rock Band, I could play expert pretty fine if I was like focused, but that would a lot of the times it might require me to like be standing up, using overdrive or star power if like kind
Right.
of when I need to if the solos got crazy.
Right.
If I'm just playing like I just kind of want to enjoy the music and jam along, I'll play on hard and I'll ace it. I'll ace
Yeah.
the song unless it's like a crazy song. Um, so this one, it's definitely new. So the big new thing with Guitar Hero Live is the frets are a 3x2 configuration as opposed to a 5x1. So there's upper notes and lower notes.
Yeah.
And regular introduces playing both. If you just play on the first two difficulties, you're only using the bottom frets. So it basically becomes like Rock Band or Guitar Hero on easy mode.
Okay. Yeah.
And then regular introduces upper frets as well. And then advanced introduces playing chords of them mixed. So like
Nice.
an upper and a lower note at the same time, which those are the ones that usually end up throwing me off because it's also faster.
Uh-huh.
So and I just don't have the muscle memory yet of knowing,
That
oh,
sounds awesome.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool and it's different enough. Like it's cool and it what it initially did to me though is I miss the pinky. I miss using my
Okay.
pinky, and was watching a like an interview with some of the developers on GameSpot, and they were talking like, we're not doing the pinky. A lot of players didn't even use it. It was too difficult for a lot of people.
That's not true.
And it's like, doesn't having different difficulty modes 100% solve that problem?
Yeah.
Like, if it was ever too difficult for people, and I have friends that weren't great with their pinky, it's like, okay, they just played on like easy, or they played on medium where the like I think medium introduces the pinky where it's used lightly and stuff like that.
Sure.
And then, but I miss like having played Rock Band recently. I have the muscle memory that if I slide my hand down to the orange note, I can still play down there, and I know where my hand is.
Yeah.
I don't need to just reach for it with my pinky and come back. And I miss having that as opposed just these three. Like it makes it just seem like I don't know, like less or something. And I feel like it should have been 5x2. Like why not? Why not give us that option?
Yeah. I agree.
Um, and then I just started thinking like, well, if I'm wanting like to move my hands more to have it closer to a guitar, maybe I should just play like whatever the next Rocksmith that comes out is, and just have a guitar game. Like,
This is a thing that always kind of irks me when people talk about like Guitar Hero and stuff, and they're like, "Why don't you just learn how to play guitar?" It's like I like the simplified version of it though for a video game. Like I know how to play a guitar. I don't really want to gamify that. I want to be able to like do a weird analog that's kind of a different skill set.
I guess but I think I'm wanting to gamify that. I think what I'm wanting is because I'm like, well, I really
Well, then why are you playing this shit? Go buy a guitar. Fuck.
well, so I'm starting to think like, I definitely like having this upper and lower one, and it's closer to how actual guitars are, but I'm wanting more of it. So it's like, well, why don't you just play easy mode on Rocksmith? And it's so maybe I should try those out because I never have. Maybe
I have
that would,
Rocksmith. It's okay.
yeah. So maybe I should look into whatever the next one coming out is. Like I'm not going to get a 360 copy of Rocksmith.
You should just get like a PC version on a sale for like $5
Maybe
on
that's
Steam.
the thing. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the thing. Although I'd have to get it with the guitar.
Oh right,
So
you
I'd
don't have a guitar.
No, why would I have a guitar?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe I'll just wait for whatever the next one is. Like I'm sure there's going to be one on the Xbox One sooner or later.
Yeah.
So that's something I've been thinking about. But anyways, so I talked about Guitar Hero Live. Let's talk about Guitar Hero TV, which is the second half of it, which is pretty cool. Again, there's some weird issues.
The part they didn't advertise when they were talking about it because they were so pumped about all the work they put into live that why would they?
I guess.
Yeah.
So Guitar Hero TV works. There's two channels always playing. They'll usually be pretty different in terms of what they are. So if you don't like metal, maybe they'll put like pop on the second channel. Something pretty different. Maybe you like one of those two.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then like MTV, they'll have it'll just go. It's just music videos playing. Like you tune in, you're not going to be at the start of a song. It's probably going to be halfway through a song, but you're just playing. You just jump in, and it's just song after song of that genre. And then they're timed, so it's like, hey, for this hour, it's going to be metal music, and then for the next half hour, it's going to be music from the early 2000s.
Oh, I
And then it's
love
going to
this idea.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. And it even gets more MTV like, where at the end of a segment, like a time slot,
Yeah.
they'll play just a quick um what's the word I'm looking for?
Montage.
Montage of a
Yeah.
couple of the music videos that played,
Yeah.
and there'll even be like a transition thing. Like, you know how MTV has those handles on their commercials where it's just something like weird, and it'll say like MTV Live in the corner, and it's just
Sure.
like, it's like a 3 second little
Like a piece
animation
of
thing they have.
paper like crumpling up or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like something like that. They even just built those too.
That's cool.
Like,
I
it's
like
like
that.
they're really going after MTV.
Yeah. I like
So
this.
so let's say, and so that's completely free. That's something I need to point out. Playing those channels is free. Let's say you want to play whatever song you want from the Guitar Hero TV lineup.
Sure.
So again, these are music videos. So maybe I want to play.
Poker Face by Lady Gaga.
That's not it. That's not in there. Maybe I want to play American Idiot uh,
Sure.
by Green Day. So
Sure.
that is in there. And when you play it, the music video comes up and you're playing the frets instead of on top of a live action fake band over top of the music video, which is cool. You know, I can't really watch the music video, but that would be
Right.
cool for people around me for sure.
Absolutely.
And if I'm picking the song, there's a good chance I probably already know that music video. Maybe. People know music videos less and less,
Yeah.
but bands only make music videos for singles, so it's going to be their most popular music. So you might already know it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of having the background's kind of cool too. Um, and then but the downside is picking the song you want is costs a play coin or something like that. And this is where microtransactions come in.
Oh no. Okay.
At the moment, though, I haven't even gotten close to needing to purchase stuff.
Okay.
I've been playing songs as I want, and you level up. Like, there's a progression thing.
Okay.
I've been playing songs as I want a few times. Sometimes I just put on the channel because the channel's cool, as you said. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I still have 23 play coins left. Like, that's
Okay.
a solid hour of my own music.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not bad. And you get in-game coins every time you play a song, and then you can buy more. So again, I haven't been power using it because I've been doing a lot of the career.
Yeah.
But if it continues as is, I'm nowhere close to needing to put money in this. And I really hope I don't have to, otherwise that's gonna just really suck.
Yeah.
But it also does crazy stuff. Like, I was playing the channel and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go play some more of Guitar Hero Live now. So I'll finish the song and I'll go off. But as soon as I finished the song, it said coming up next, Stacy's mom. And it's like, who's gonna say no to watching that music video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play another song.
Yeah.
Like,
It keeps you in a loop almost.
and it's like, I mean, Stacy's mom is a fine song, but even if I didn't like the song and I like the music video, like, I'm gonna watch that too. Like, I just want to watch this music video.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool thing that happened.
Huh.
Um, and then, like I said, there's little nitpicky things about things I prefer about Rock Band. When you're playing the career mode, there's like no score. Like, why am I even using the star power? There's
So
literally no reason.
it's
to
just
use the star
like, did you finish the song or did you fail?
Yeah, and again, I don't know if you can fail, but it was
Mm.
like at the end they'll tell you like a percentage you did and how many stars you got. But I like in Rock Band, it tells me my score in the corner. It even has the star like filling up, so I
Yeah.
know like what I'm at. But because now when I'm playing it, it's like there's no reason to use overdrive. There's no score multiplier on the side, and like, what should I even use the whammy bar? Like, that's not getting me extra points.
No.
However, in Guitar Hero TV, there is a score on the side. There is a score multiplier. Like, there is all this stuff. In fact, in Guitar Hero TV, anytime you jump into a song, it pairs you with 9 other players who are playing that song, and then you're constantly seeing yourself pass their gamer tag or their score or their name passing yours because they're playing better and stuff, and you're trying to make it to the first, like make it to the top, which is also really cool.
You sold me on this game where the PR didn't, because the channel, the Guitar Hero TV, is actually what I want from this game. I don't want the live shit at all.
The live shit's fine. Like
It seems
at the end of the
gimmicky
day,
to me.
at the end of the day, you're just playing those songs again with a weird backdrop. Like,
Yeah.
so again, it's just those songs.
Yeah.
But the Guitar Hero channel is cool, and it's a step in the right direction towards everyone's like, please just give me like a subscription service to the Rock Band music library.
Yeah.
So it's getting a lot closer to that. So yeah, I wish there was kind of more in the campaign, and I'm trying to think there because there's a few other aspects where I was like, oh, Rock Band did this one better as well. I can't remember at the moment. One other issue I had, but this is closer to what Rock Band does as well, is original Guitar Hero. When you were going down the career, you knew you were playing harder and harder songs, and you knew the easier ones were at the top.
Yeah.
Rock Band never really had that. Rock Band wasn't ever about hard songs and whatnot.
No.
They were more just about
Getting together
hey,
with people.
and like, hey, do you remember this song? Do you like this song? Let's play this song.
Yeah.
Live is closer to that. It's hard to tell if the song is getting harder or not, which is a bummer because since this has the new fretboard, it's hard for me to practice. And it's hard for and because I'm in between two difficulties, it's hard for me to know which one I want to play. Yeah. Luckily, you can change the difficulty on the fly. But it still just would have been nicer to know, like, and they do have like an intensity meter, but it's still kind of not as good to know, like, well, I'm about to play these 3 songs in a row. I don't know if they're going to be real hard or not.
Well, it seems like there's different difficulties in like what you would call hard too, right? Like, what if somebody's really good at like playing a lot of notes fast, but they're not good at chord moving or whatever, like playing 2 notes and then moving around the fretboard that way, like. So it's kind of
usually with the songs usually pair up together. Like the songs, every difficulty mode, it's gonna get faster.
Yeah,
and it's gonna introduce a new mechanic. So you're gonna get both.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I've just been playing Guitar Hero TV for about a day or so now, about an hour or two.
Okay.
I'm enjoying my time with it. I wish there was a bit more to the guitar, but it's a nice guitar. I like that. It's a solid feeling guitar for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rock Band's still good too. But when it comes down to like what are you gonna buy songs for? Like it's obviously gonna be Rock Band because I can buy songs for 1 instrument or I can buy songs for 4 instruments.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still sticking with Rock Band as like the main one. We'll see how it goes with like my party tomorrow, if people are even interested in Guitar Hero Live or can pick up on it at all.
Yeah. What's your go-to songs for each game, like on disc? Like, I'm gonna finish my set off with this, or like I'm gonna play this to warm up or whatever.
Okay, Rock Band 4, I'm not sure there's a ton of on disc songs I'm way into but I have my DLC that I really like. I'm trying to think of Guitar Hero. I can think of some Guitar Hero TV songs that I really like. Like they got some My Chemical Romance is in there, AFI's in there.
What songs?
They've even got pop in there, like Katy Perry's in there, and
what Katy Perry song?
Something about waking up in Vegas. I hadn't really heard it before.
Huh, okay.
Something about that, yeah.
Interesting.
They have pop music in there too.
I like that. I like when they put more than just like metal and rock songs in these games.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just really interesting, and unfortunately you can't use the guitars in either game, which is a huge bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I've talked about Guitar Hero so much, and I still have other games that I need to talk about. Good thing there's not a lot of news.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been playing Halo 5.
How is it? Is it great?
I can't give impressions yet. I can't. I don't believe I can. Let me just. I have the email.
When does that release?
That releases on Tuesday, so next week. I know I can talk about the first 3 missions and the 8th mission. I think I'm only on the 3rd mission right now.
Okay, what's the best of the first 3 missions?
I've actually quite enjoyed those first 3 missions. If the game continues as these first 3 missions are gone, I'm probably gonna really like it because I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay, review embargo, review embargo. I know the multiplayer was released today. Hang on, preview embargoes.
So next week you can give like a
Okay,
lot more.
I can't give final impressions until Monday.
Okay.
So next week I can talk more about Halo 4. But so far I can just say I've been having fun with the beginning of the game. Um, it looks real good. The graphics super nice. I think it's 60 frames a second because it looks real smooth. I'd have to double check that.
Does it control
Um,
well? Because it's Halo, it should probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, seems fine. My one issue is the cutscenes. You get to see your buddies do some like real cool fights.
Sure.
They're like sliding down an avalanche fighting dudes, and it's
Yeah.
like, man, I wish I was controlling you guys right now because that looks dope.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and unfortunately, they let you pick up right after the avalanche finishes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
There's been a few times where they're just doing some real cool stuff, and it's like, why aren't you letting me play this? Come on, Uncharted 2 let me do this stuff. Um, but apart from that, yeah, it's I'm having a lot of fun, and again, I'll talk way more about it next week.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, Halo 5's coming, so
And
I
it's
mean,
more Halo.
yeah, you already
So
know if you're buying Halo 5. So
sure. Yeah.
yeah. All right, last game we can talk about. Probably like the weirdest game this week.
I want to know about this one.
I know, yeah. So that Minecraft story mode
Yeah.
from Telltale came out.
Yeah, a lot of people were pissed off because they thought it was like a story mode in Minecraft, and it isn't at
No,
all.
it is straight up a Telltale adventure game,
Yeah.
but everyone's a block person.
Yeah. People are
So
dumb. They don't read shit.
I know I don't know a ton about Minecraft. At least as far as like how it plays and stuff.
There's blocks.
Yeah, like I know the general concept. I know everything that kind of goes around outside of it, but in terms of
Yeah.
like crafting stuff, how do you craft stuff, blah blah blah, all that stuff. It's like I just kind of have no attachment to it. Similar to like if you hadn't played Borderlands, do you have any attachment to Tales from the Borderlands?
Okay.
So it definitely tries to link some of that stuff into this game. Like at nighttime, the creepers and
Yeah.
other monsters come out.
Sure.
You do have to craft stuff, but they give you the instructions on how to make a sword, and I made a bow at one point.
So just like some wood planks
Yeah,
in a
they definitely
specific
build
pattern.
things,
Yeah.
but you just basically mash A, and then all your buddies and you build a house, and then the story continues.
I mean, that's how Minecraft plays too. You just mash A.
Oh, you don't like actually place the blocks?
No, you just mash one button over and over, and everybody else gets fed up and builds a house for you.
Oh, okay. So you do place the blocks.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't play Minecraft, so I don't quite know. So I'm kind of curious, like who, like if people are actually going to be receptive to this game. I'm gonna write my review on it at some point. For the most part, it's just kind of confusing to me because I'm like, well, I guess the story's kind of okay, but like it's nothing like, and there's a bit of some Minecraft hooks in it, but I guess I wish there was kind of more to it. I guess story wise, I wish there was a bit more to it, but
I heard it's very kid friendly.
yeah, it seemed real
Yeah.
kid friendly, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
The music was real nice. It had some real good music, and again, Telltale always does some really good title cards for their episodic games as well. This one had that too.
Okay.
And maybe you'll get more out of it if you're a Minecraft person, because when like the ghost thing comes up, you're gonna be like, oh man, remember those ghost dudes in the cave? I have no idea.
Do they ever make mention of a dude named Hero Brian?
Hero Brian. No, there are some hero characters, Gabriel, but I think they're all made up for this thing. Hero Brian is not a thing. No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
I'm trying to decide like if this is something I want to look into.
I mean, I have it. So
Oh,
maybe play
okay.
the first,
Then I can.
maybe play the first episode.
Sure.
See what you feel like. Although you really should play Tales from the Borderlands.
That I mean, that comes first between these two, without a doubt.
That just wrapped up this last Tuesday, so I need to play that too. So
I
I heard good
hear
things.
great things.
Yeah. You have a pet pig in the Minecraft game, so that's kind of cool.
Okay, is it adorable?
It's all right. It wears a dragon costume at one point. That was
That's
pretty cool.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What a good pig.
yeah, I forget what the pig's name is. Something with an R. But anyways, yeah. Um, that's it for all I've been playing. So much this week. It's been a busy week. Let's go on to the little bit of news. There's not a ton. That Xbox One wireless adapter for the PC's out.
Yeah.
It's looks like it's $25. I saw Microsoft had a deal going on for $30. You got the wireless adapter and a controller, which is crazy. And then when a bunch of people bought it, they said, "Oh, actually, it's just for the adapter." But people are being like, "Dude, my receipt literally says both. What are you
Yeah.
doing?" I tried to jump in on that, but I was too late. People jumped that.
I'm sure they probably meant it that way until they realized we will lose a shit ton of money if we do that.
Probably. As of right now, it's looking like $25 American or 80 with a controller.
Yeah, I'd like to know how that works. Like how that works out for people if anybody has one.
And then the last bit of news is kind of a two-parter thing. First off, the Wall Street Journal, on two cases, has been talking about Nintendo's next console, the NX.
Yeah.
The first little one was that Nintendo has begun distributing software kits to developers. So development kits are going out to people.
Okay.
Starting to happen. They're going to start looking at this thing. And apparently on the Wall Street Journal, you need to sign in or subscribe to read the full story. What is that?
Great.
What is this? This is the internet. The other one is that the Wall Street Journal is reporting. I'm gonna read the quick couple sentences.
Sure.
According to the paper, the exact shape of the NX hardware isn't yet clear. People familiar with the development plans said Nintendo would likely include both a console and at least one mobile unit that could either be used in conjunction with the console or taken on the road for separate use. They also said Nintendo would aim to put industry-leading chips in the NX after criticism that the Wii U's capabilities didn't match those of competitors. So basically kind of what we expected. This is more things pointing towards some kind of handheld and console combination thing, whether
Yeah.
it's we still don't know if it's like a dock or if the main thing is the console and you get like a subpar experience on your handheld, like maybe the frame rate drops or something,
Mm-hmm.
or if the main computing's on the handheld and by plugging it in, you just get to play that on your TV.
Is it more maybe like a PS TV that doesn't suck sort of idea where you can like put a memory card from like the controller device into the controller and like take it handheld with you?
Yeah, maybe something more similar to the Dreamcast with the memory unit.
Sure.
Where you got a crappy little mini game to play.
That would be great if they brought back VMUs.
Who knows what it is exactly or how it's tied? These are all super vague, but it's just a lot of things are pointing towards this. Here's one more thing to one more thing pointing towards it. There's also an update. I'm quickly reading this. Let's see. The reporter who broke the story for the Journal said on Twitter the NX platform is likely to have more than 2 devices. That's new. That further emphasizes the idea that the NX could be a family of machines that work together rather than a single unified device. We've updated the article's original headline. Nintendo's next platform, NX, is a console handheld hybrid. To be more clear, that while the platform of the NX seems to merge ideas of console and handheld, we don't know if there are any one device that does that all in one. More than one. That's the first time I heard that. I don't know how they would have more than one.
Yeah.
My throat is on fire.
Spitting the hot fire tonight.
Oh.
I think It's going to be fun to see the NX come about. I remember really being into the Nintendo Revolution when that's what they were calling the Wii, and just like following up on the dumb ideas that they were going through with, and then the Wii comes out, you're like, okay, this is fine.
Did the Wii U have a code name?
I don't even remember reading stuff about the Wii U, basically until like it was called the Wii U.
I don't remember a code name. I remember them. I remember the announcement. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it for the news. Let's move on to questions. I'm gonna get you to read them all because I'm gonna talk a bit less now because my throat is. I'm about to lose my voice.
All right. If you want to write in, you can do so at topdownperspective@gmail.com, on Twitter at twitter.com/TDPpodcast, or facebook.com/topdownperspective. That easy. Or John's P.O. Box. You can do that, I guess. Christopher writes in.
Oh, real quick, someone in the chat, video game guru, Project Cafe. I remember it being that. That's what it was. The Wii U's code name was Project Cafe. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, Christopher writes in, I'm a huge fan of JRPGs. I find grinding entertaining, love hunting secrets, and primarily play games for the stories they can tell. I put in hundreds of hours into games like Persona 4, Bravely Default, and Etrian Odyssey, just to name a few. One series, though, has never been able to hold my attention, Final Fantasy. I've played Final Fantasy 4, 6, 10, Tactics, Dissidia, Crystal Chronicles, but none of them grab me. I know from friends that they're good JRPGs with great stories, but anytime I try a Final Fantasy game, it just fails to entertain. I'm fairly certain it's not just a slow start, as I've put a lot of time in with each one, currently 10 hours into Final Fantasy 10 and 15, or 15 hours into Final Fantasy 4, but I just can't stick with it. The reverse of this happened with Splatoon, though. I normally hate shooters, getting bored after a match or two, generally selling the game quickly. Splatoon, with its quirky charm, has me hooked and playing several rounds a day. My question is, have you experienced either or both of these? A game that you should enjoy for one reason or another, hated, or a game you should hate that you loved? I don't think you should love or hate a game just based on what genre it's in, but rather if it does something well.
Fallout jumped out to me. I'm not a huge Fallout fan, but everyone goes crazy for Fallout.
Okay, like, I don't think that's in the right way he means this. Like, do you love shooters but you didn't like Fallout sort of idea, like Fallout 3?
I don't think he's making it genre as big as genres. I think he's just saying a game that you should enjoy, but for one reason or another you hate it. Like, I've played a bit of 3. I played a good chunk of New Vegas, or I wouldn't say a good chunk. I played about 10 hours of New Vegas.
Yeah.
And nothing just grabs me in those games.
Like, I don't know. I don't feel I should or dislike or should or like should dislike anything specifically, because I don't care what people's opinions are about something.
The other one's a little harder for me. Games that I should have should have hated, but I loved.
Like that you should have hated but loved a lot.
I mean, originally I didn't like Mass Effect 1, and then for whatever reason I just picked up Mass Effect 2 and I loved it enough to go back to 1. So I guess that kind of clicks with that a bit.
The easiest answer is Deadly Premonition, because that game plays like shit, but it's great.
I don't know. When I heard it's like the best worst game ever, that was like, oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
Yeah.
I feel like if there was like one sports game that stuck out that I actually liked, that would fit here, but like I can't think of anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess by theory I should have loved Resident Evil 4 because I love Resident Evil games and I like that style, but I didn't love it.
I feel like that's a good answer.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Hank writes in, RPG leveling mechanics only exist to unbalance a game, right? If the game were balanced, then the gameplay be the same without them? It's just a clicker thing where we like to see numbers go up, right? Am I wrong? Video games are a lie. Burn it all down.
I think he is right. Like
He's totally right. If a
people
game
like
is well balanced, you don't need to level up or grind things out.
people just like seeing their character,
Yeah.
visually get better. They like
Yeah.
seeing the numbers get higher.
The mechanics only exist to unbalance the game in your favor.
But I feel like it's a good way to gate progression and slow things down.
Yeah.
Like you don't level up in like Devil May Cry. You just get better and like the progression there is different weapons.
Yeah.
For the most part that can unlock things. Same with like Zelda. You
Yeah.
can only get there and Metroidvania games. You can only get there when you get the item.
Yeah.
And that's the RPG way is, you're not going to actually be able to beat this boss, so you shouldn't be here yet.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it only exists to unbalance a game. I completely agree. I never really thought about it that way either. I like that thought.
Yeah.
Daniel writes in, do you think there's a difference between your favorite game and what you consider the best game? For example, No More Heroes is my favorite game, but it's a game with a hell of a lot of flaws, so I can't call it the best game by any means. I don't think you should call any game ever the best game. And
Well, I mean, I would, because the best game is my favorite game, Burnout Paradise. Maybe you've heard of it.
I haven't actually. Tell me all about it.
So there's like no humans except for this DJ Atomica guy who's I don't even know where he is.
I mean, there's never been a correlation between what you consider a favorite game and the best game ever.
I guess another way to look at this question is, do you have a game you really like, but it's just like this wouldn't show up on like a top 10 games list?
Most games that I actually really like. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something specific.
Like all of the Resident Evil games, the Silent Hill games, some of the Metal Gear Solid games might, so that probably wouldn't fly for this. Parappa the Rapper I love, but that game is garbage. Like, yeah, so it's very easy for me to say that there's a huge difference.
I love Viva Pinata. I don't think that game's getting any awards.
Sure, yeah.
Not that it's a bad game. It's just like that game didn't have a ton of fans, it looks like.
Yeah. I've never had the two conflated in my mind as being together, ever. So, his second question. A recently released game that was backed on Kickstarter had a reward where those who donate a certain amount of money would have their names in the ending credits. This game has multiple endings, and only one lists the names in the credits. In this scenario, should all the endings list the names of the backers, or is that something the creators should have free reign over? I mean, a creator has free reign over literally anything they want to do, ever.
I think all the endings should have it, because I mean, why would you have different credits? Weren't they going to be the same credits each time?
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
Isn't it almost easier to have one set of credits? Like why?
Yeah.
Why develop two different credits?
Yeah, because then for each ending, you could just be like, if this equals this, roll credits.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there's only one credit sequence.
That's what I'm thinking. And
Yeah.
Again, though, I think unless for whatever reason the credits change based on the ending.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
And I'm just trying to think of any reason that could be the case. Like maybe if you didn't see this chunk of the game, they don't need to put these people's names because they didn't touch these or something. You know what I mean? Like it's an odd thing. Like,
I would love for somebody to tell us in the chat like what game this is so I could investigate this further, because that seems odd to me.
My opinion is like just one set of credits. All the names are in the credits for every ending. So like, there shouldn't be a difference. Even I don't know if they're excluding just backers from the credits or if it's like my weird example of excluding team members. But when you make credits, like everyone should be in the credits who touched the thing, right?
Yes. Even like voice actors for characters you might not have met, they're somewhere in that game, so there should be in the credits. Like, I don't know why you would ever have different credits. That's silly.
Yeah, it just seems like more work.
Oh shit. Matthew writes in with the numbers. the NPD numbers. Are you ready?
I'm ready to listen.
PS4, 340,000. Xbox One, 281,000. Wii U, 85,000.
I'm curious to see next month because with Halo 5 coming out.
For sure. And the 3DS, 129,000. Poor Wii U. Poor Wii U.
Oh, same as every
Story. Yep.
Bruce in the chat is saying it's Undertale is the game.
Oh, fuck that game. Who cares?
I've heard really good things about that game.
Yeah. They're lying.
What?
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I thought you really liked that game.
It's charming. It's boring as fuck to play.
Okay.
And that's where the hate emails come in. PS4 lifetime to date, less than 9 million.
That's greater than.
Oh yeah, greater than. I'm reading it backwards.
Yep.
Greater than 9 million. So that's great.
PS4.
Yep. Metal Gear Solid 5, 800,000, of which PS4 was 69%, Xbox One was 23%.
I'm surprised to see that.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure. Mario Maker, 445,000 at the end of September, 500,000 now. Or more than 500,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Forza 6, 195,000 with bundle. Destiny TTK? What is that?
The Taken King. It's the big content
update.
Oh,
that content update. Okay. Destiny Taken King including bundle. That's a roughly 724,000.
That's a lot.
I thought that was a minus at first. I'm just like, how did they lose that much money? They lost a truckload of Destiny bundles, apparently. Animal Crossing.
This must be the Happy Home Designer game.
What's that?
This must be the Happy Home Designer game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the other one's not even out, right? The board game?
The board game, not yet.
115,000.
Less than 115,000.
Yeah.
That game is no good.
Yeah. NBA 2K16, 1.1 million. What? Is that serious? I guess.
People like basketball.
PS4 52% and Xbox One 39%.
Which basketball game that came out is the one with the crazy story? Have you been following any of this?
No.
One of them is being directed by a substantial movie director, and I can't remember which one it is. And the story mode is just like ridiculous. If anyone in the chat knows, fill in the blanks for me. Let's continue.
Okay, NBA Live 16, 8.3 thousand.
There we go. Homer in the chat. 2K16 has the Spike Lee story mode.
Okay.
NBA 2K16 is a Spike Lee joint.
Okay. You know what? That explains a lot.
I highly recommend looking into what's in the story mode. It's ridiculous from what I've heard.
Okay. FIFA, less than 650,000. So, yeah. Pro Evolution Soccer, 15,000. Hatsune
Did that
Miku
even come out recently or something?
I don't know why that's on here.
Okay.
Hatsune Miku, 24,000. Senran Kagura 2, 10,000. Dancing All Night, 24,000. Danganronpa AE, 10,000. And that's it.
All right. Thanks for those.
Yeah. Always appreciated. Especially when John's around. Keep that in mind for next time. Maybe we'll just save them, like 3 of them, to do in a row. Okay. Austin writes in for Twitter. Thoughts on the new Canadian Prime Minister? What are your thoughts on this, being a Canadian down there?
Because of that, I wasn't really following, like, at all.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't even get... I can't vote.
Sure.
I mean, oh, wait, can I have voted online?
You probably would have had to jump through a bunch of red tape to do so.
Yeah, I didn't look into it at all, so I was just like, whatever.
I
What about
don't
you?
I
Did
don't
you
want to
follow
get
it?
yeah, of course, because
Okay.
like I live here. So I don't want to get too political here, but there is an article out there where the new Canadian Prime Minister, not 3 days in office, started saying how we should like really work against Gamergate.
I think I saw the headline for that.
It's amazing. Like, just whatever stupid pies you can get your grubby little fingers into already. Good
I'm gonna
lord.
I'm gonna summarize this up. You're not a huge fan?
Of what? Of him?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of him, but I hope he does what their party promises to do, some of them. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah. Like, you know, I guess you don't have to like the dude as long as you like the policies.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay, and the last question from Press L2P. What is going on with Kojima and Konami? Do you think there's some conspiracy going there? I think it's just people not, like, getting the memo or something. Do you know what they're talking about with this?
Well, with him leaving the company and or being fired maybe or something going on like that.
Yeah, but then there was an actual going away, like, party for him just, like, a week ago with people from Konami saying, no, he still works here, he's just on vacation.
I no, I think he's out.
Yeah.
I think enough people were like, "Dude, you take too long to make these games." Um,
Yeah.
and you know, you cost a lot, like Metal Gear Solid 5 is apparently great. I'm hearing some amazing things about it,
It's really good.
but I think they had just creative differences, and he's done, and he's gone. No conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oh god, my voice.
I'd be surprised if he was fired, though. Japanese companies don't like to do the firing thing. They would rather just put somebody in a menial task until they quit.
Yeah, but him being so high up, like, there's no way that would fly.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Japanese companies don't usually do firings. It's pretty rare. But yeah, like, you can't really just put Kojima as a janitor or something. I guess
crazy.
you could, but yeah. That's it. What's your game of the week?
Wait. If people want to send in questions, we gotta remind them.
Oh yeah, we gotta remind them. Send them to John's P.O. box. I don't know.
For sure.
I was gonna look it up, but that's gonna take way too much time. topdownperspective@gmail.com, TDP Podcast on Twitter, and Top Down Perspective on Facebook. Game of the week.
Life is Strange episode 5.
Yeah, mine is too.
I was enraptured the whole time I played that.
I was too, but for probably different reasons.
Which once again we will get into tomorrow night.
Yep.
If you're listening to this after the fact, stay tuned for that episode to pop up into the RSS feed. But if you're interested in hearing it live tomorrow sometime, it's 6 Pacific time, I believe.
6 Pacific time, 9 Eastern.
Who else is going to be on it? Do you know?
Yeah, the guy I do the other podcast with, actually, he wrote in today, Hank.
Okay.
I am 3D Homer is what he goes by. A dude named Ben, who is really in love with that game. And
right.
Another dude who is less in love with that game named Peter, but like he likes it. He just isn't as crazy about it, I don't think.
All right.
Yeah.
We needed to find someone who hated it, but for whatever reason played all 5 episodes.
If you're that person, write in at topdownperspective@gmail.com. No, don't do that. Actually,
Anyway.
do. I would like to know your position on it, but like
And just
you're
like
not.
why you kept playing.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
All right. Let's end this before like I can't speak anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I need my voice. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm sorry I sound like a truck or something. We'll be back next week.
Bye.